Sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do canal Dinastia dos Colecionadores, e nossa gameplay de hoje será Biomutant. Estou bem interessado nesse jogo, ele está lacrado ainda, vamos tirar aqui. Além de estar lacrado, a mídia também está solta. Eu tinha até então a pretensão de deixar alguns jogos lacrados, mas não é meu feitio de colecionador guardar lacrado. Nem de card game, nem nada. E vamos ver aqui. A mídia está solta realmente. Não veio conteúdo extra. Comprei ele na Game Hut, bem barato. Não me recordo o preço agora, que já faz bastante tempo. Mas foi bem mais em conta do que está hoje. Ele veio com erro também na label. Parece que faltou papel aqui para eles fazerem a capa direitinho. É isso aí, pessoal. Tomara que seja um jogo bom. Pelo menos as reviews que eu vi, tava bem bacana. Bora pra gameplay.
E aí, pessoal, nossa gameplay de hoje será Biomutant. Bem ansioso pra ver. Esse bichinho me lembra o Rocket dos Guardiões da Galáxia. Saiu de um e foi pra outro pior. Português do Brasil, que maravilha.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA.
Olha que legal, dá pra escolher o DNA dele. Vou pegar o padrão.
Define your genetic structure.
Que doido, dependendo de como escolhe o atributo, muda o corpo dele. Olha, inteligência ele é mais cabeçudo.
Ai, tão bonito. Olha a espada.
Vamos botar aqui ele puxadinho um pouquinho pra força. Aqui.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Aqui não muda nada. Vou botar mais pra calor, radioatividade.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class.
Minha classe: pistoleiro,
Commando,
soldado.
Cypher, Saboteur, Sentinel,
Vou
Commando,
jogar como
Deadeye,
pistoleiro.
Commando, Cypher, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye,
Pegar o pistoleiro mesmo.
Cypher, Deadeye, Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here.
that thing. I'm right here.
Better half.
The best end.
Guess left can be right
Aqui
sometimes.
atira.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Ih, bichão. Bichinha sinistra, hein?
You'd better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Sharp. Knock that one in half.
Tem nada pra cá. Vamos subir aqui. Olha o mapa, bem grande.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
É que o bichão foi fácil.
Well, what do you know? Making great progress.
Hum.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Cá não vai. Vou recarregar.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-orb that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Chop chop!
Isso aí não morre então.
Careful of rope burns. Those burn.
Sensacional.
Beefed up.
Isso aí, vamos continuar. Pra cá não tem nada.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never... Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Tira bastante de vida, hein?
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Got one. Now that's a flesh wound. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just... He presents himself as out of date. He doesn't seem... There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen out... The legend of the one-eyed child. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had... There's no doubt. He says it has taken you a long... It was... Had it not been...
Flashback da infância. Juvenado, nome do cara.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. He understands. The potato people, or... You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. You found one. You The Nono's key energy is just what the... Only time will... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono was sent... You handle that. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma... No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after...
The what?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is...
The what?
He says he rem...
Papa.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo
Nome do
Puff at
mapa.
the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eater. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends... He wants... Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Caramba. Eu vou dar um
Must
esteco
be the
nele.
World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Ah, sumiu.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror in... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
The what?
Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support.
Kujai, Hifar, Befar,
The Myriad tribe is likely.
Far, Kobemako to Far, Titab.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Put the what?
Out of
Hunto, Kodolo Mawawanya.
date will be. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Tem viagem rápida no jogo e ajuda pra caramba.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
Je me veux à la douleur.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They don't just let anyone see the Sifu, but there's something different. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces... But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. There's something... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages. Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and... Their kin have run out of options and found themselves... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to... Tells you not... Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their... Seeing you, he remembers your kind and unselfish soul. Anyway... Says there's an interest...
But I kill it, realize.
Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it.
But I kill it, realize.
Says you look trust...
But I kill it, realize.
Wonders if you're comfortable in both day and...
First tap roll.
Didn't have much else to say, so...
Meu mapa. Ih, o bicho não nada, cara.
Derrota, pecado. Sério?
O bicho
Ele
não nada.
afunda.
O bicho não nada no raso. O bicho nada só no raso. No fundo ele afoga.
So much damage. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones
Que
especially.
bichão.
Deformed and unfurred.
Filho da mãe. Eu ia deixar passar batido, mas como me bateu, eu não vou deixar não. Morreu. Pô, não deixou nenhum drop.
Check out those guns.
Save point ali, que bom.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes
Voltamos
of a
no tempo.
long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to...
Olha, vai ensinar a nadar. Meus parabéns.
Desde nadar.
Deve ter esquecido, porque naquela hora ele morreu afogado. Ah, tem um Ki ali em cima. Foi esse que ele morreu afogado, conforme eu usei muito e...
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? Wait, but you need...
Usei muito
Judging
e
by your
acabou.
rumors, look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. You know you can't make up for lost... You should know. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a... Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help... He thinks you're truly a kidling of you. You should... He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know. He says he'd love to teach you. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why. He believes being considerate will... He's looking forward to... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a She wants you to... That's all she's ever up. You've all... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it... The most... It's...
É isso aí, pessoal. Vou terminando aqui a gameplay desse jogo. Bem diferente. Muito bacana. Pelo visto tem muita coisa. Eu achei o mapa bem extenso. Aqui na memória não dá pra ver. Mas acharam aí na promoção. Vale super a pena pra colocar na coleção. É isso aí. Peço aí pra deixar um like, se inscrever no canal, compartilhar o vídeo e até a próxima. Fiquem bem.
Até a próxima, pessoal.